when we avoided holding one teacher accountable, someone else always pays the price. So for our high school graduation, we have a graduation committee that's headed by 4 teachers, with each teacher in charge of a specific role. As it happened, 2 members of graduation committee are returning teachers and the other 2 are new teachers. So I decided to pair one returning teacher with one new teacher and put them in charge of one senior homeroom. So we have 2 senior homerooms with 2 teachers each. Within the first term, one of the returning teachers shared that the new teacher, who was a homeroom partner, was disengaged during the graduation discussions with seniors. She told me that the new teacher often sits in one corner and was so disengaged that the students didn't realize that he's even there or part of the planning process for graduation. As he's a new teacher, we figured that he's probably overwhelmed with settling into a new country, new school, and having new colleagues. So we decided collectively that the returning teacher will give the new teacher some time and support and also guide him on his role and responsibilities. On my end, I noticed that this new teacher is also disengaged during our full team graduation planning meetings. I tried to engage him in general conversation, and his response was lukewarm. Over the next couple of months, the returning teacher came to me a few more times and told me the situation is not improving. So we discussed, and I coached her on a couple of ways for the returning teacher to get the new teacher more involved. Let me share something about this returning teacher. She's one of our most dedicated and high-performing teachers who always steps up to the plate. When asked for volunteers, she's always the first to raise her hand. When a colleague needs support, she's always the first to offer help, and she cares a lot about her students. She started to take on the task of the new teacher to avoid disappointing our seniors who have been taking part in the planning of their graduation for almost a whole year. 2 weeks before the graduation, as I was enjoying my peace in the evening, a constant beeping came from my cell phone. I was surprised to see a couple of voicemails left by the returning teacher. The first voicemail, she was just crying. I was shocked. And the second voicemail was just her yelling, "Kho, I cannot take it anymore. I've been doing all of his tasks and it's so tiring. I've been going home late for the past 2 weeks. I couldn't cook for my kids and I couldn't help my daughter who's studying for an exam. He said he needs time to prep for his classes. I also need time to prep for my classes." At this point in time, I was shaken because I had never heard her raise her voice in any situation, and now she's yelling. Her third voicemail, "Kho, do you know what my husband said to me last night?" Our daughter asked him, "Papa, why does Mama prefer to spend more time with her students than with us?" And I cried. Sorry, I'm still affected. I realized at that moment that I had hesitated to hold a teacher accountable. His lack of contribution was clear, but I avoided the conversation out of conflict avoidance. I was unable to see clearly that this excellent returning teacher was asking for help, not support or coaching. My lack of action and using the wrong leadership style affected my teacher's personal life and possibly our relationship and trust. It also made me realize the impact of my decision as a leader to avoid conflict. So my fellow leaders, my pearl is, when we avoided holding one teacher accountable, someone else always pays the price. Thank you.